Hey, it's your girl Ameze back on your screen. How you all doing today? You know what? I always come onto my channel smiling because that's what I do, but I'm really not in a smiling mood, not this time. So, today we're going to be talking about something that's really important to us, Nigerians in diaspora. We have so many things to talk about. There's a lot of anger, there's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of weeping, there's a lot of disillusionment because the promises that we all looked upon and hoped is not forthcoming. Again, if you're a return subscriber, thank you all so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for all the encouraging messages and comments and the thumbs up. I really appreciate that. And if you're new, my name is Ameze. And this is a channel where we talk about everything and anything. I'm all about empowering everyone. So please do not hesitate to subscribe to my channel. That's part of your support, and I thank you. And also make sure that you click the notification bell so that anytime I come on your screen, anytime I upload videos or have live chats like this, you will be the first to know. Thank you all so much. I just want to say thank you all. So again, today we're going to be talking about Nigeria. Hashtag #EndSARS, hashtag end bad governance in Nigeria, hashtag please release all the palliative packets and packages to the citizens of Nigeria. I mean, seriously. I mean, we could go on and on and on. I do have some friends joining me today to talk about this, and in good time, I will bring them on. But you know what? I think one of the videos I uploaded before this live chat, I was actually so moved. This was shortly after the Lekki massacre, as it's been known now. I mean, that's what people are now calling it, the Lekki massacre. And that really made me break down. I was so heartbroken. I felt so sad. I didn't understand it, and I still don't understand it. How people who are supposed to be protecting you, they're the ones that are turning on you. I would like to appreciate Gboyega Richard. Thank you so much for your continued support. I appreciate it. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I really appreciate you. Again, like I was saying, that video, I was talking about it. And I cried. I didn't mean to cry. I didn't want to cry. I know for those of you who've seen my movies, you probably like, oh yeah, Meze, that's what you do. No, but this was real. I just couldn't believe a country that eats its young. And that's how I felt. Why would a country eat its young? Nigeria is so blessed with so much talent. It's got doctors, it's got nurses, it's got scientists, it's got sports, entertainment, lawyers, teachers. I mean, that country is not only blessed in human talent, but is also blessed in natural resources. We really don't have any reason. We have no excuse to be poor. But because of corruption, Nigeria is now one of the most poorest countries. Is that a word? Most poorest countries? Is one of the poorest countries. It doesn't matter. Tomato, most poorest or poorest country, the country is poor. Why? Nigeria is 60 years old. And in the 60 years, there have been many facets of brain drain. And this is what I mean by brain drain. The productive years of, let's say, 18 to 40, some people will stretch you to 49, keep leaving the country with their talents, and they go to other places, they go to other countries to bless them. Because again, when you leave with your talents, and wherever you go to, that's where you're going to, dump your talents. And not only that, when you get there, guess what? You go on to propagate, meaning you get married, you make babies, and they also come with their talents, and all that goodness is lost to the country. So it's so sad. And that's why when I did that video, it was shortly after the Lekki debacle, the Lekki massacre, because that's what I'm going to call it. That's what people are calling it. And I just broke down. A country that eats its young, where's the future there? So here today to speak with me, and you all know her. She's a regular on my show, and she's going to add her own 2 cents. And I can tell you that 2 cents is more than 2 cents. Okay. So we're going to be dissecting all that's been going on in Nigeria till date, including all that discovery people are making now about, oh my God, the palliatives, things that were supposed to have been distributed to the citizens of the country. I'm not going to talk about this alone. So I'm going to bring Miss Anita. Hello, Miss Uwa. How are you?
Good.
Oh my God. I know we're smiling, but we're sad.
Yeah.
So, sis, what is going on? What is your what Nigeria, what is going on? What is your take? What is your take with everything that's going on? And then later we'll break it down to different specific questions. But what is going on?
It's decades, like you said it. You said it right, and you said it well. It's decades of a country that's been not caring for its youth, the children, and just literally ignoring, all the young people. So when you ignore, when you're a nation that ignores your youth, you don't take care of, just like a parent that has a child, you don't take care of that child, you don't feed the child, you don't tell the child what to do, you don't educate the child, you don't correct that child. What's going to happen? You're going to have a child that's wayward, that's disrespectful, that is troublesome, and that's what we have in Nigeria. It's decades, in fact, decades of the government ignoring the children of Nigeria, ignoring the people, ignoring the youth, the very people who are supposed to come back and build after you are gone. You have not taught them what to do. You've not given them that ownership. You've not taught them how to build the country. You've not taught them how to be invested in the nation as Nigeria. Of course, you're going to have people, a youth that they are going to destroy whatever they want, they can destroy, because they are not invested in it. They are not part of the nation. They are not Nigerians. They are not. They are not Nigerians.
Explain that. They're not Nigerians. Let me, because I need you to explain that, because I don't want people to think that, what is she saying? She's creating this bad energy here. What is she saying? She's denying them their birthright. Explain what that means when you say they're not Nigerians.
See, okay, so if you have a child, okay, and you have ignored that child, why would you ignore your child? If I have a child, I ignore my child because that person, because I don't believe in them, or because I don't think they are my child, or because I don't think they have the ability to do the right thing. I don't think that they have the ability to learn, to be successful, right? That's why you ignore people. So for this, now they've been ignoring these kids now for decades. Okay, so how do you say this is my child? How are they Nigerians if they are not invested in the country? How are they Nigerians if they don't have a job? How are they Nigerians if the government has not trained them? They don't have education, or even those that have education don't have a job. How are they Nigerians? How are they invested in the future of Nigeria? How are they invested? There's no investment. They have no ownership. When you have no ownership, that means you don't own it. So they are not. I mean, that's how they feel. They feel like they've been ignored. They've been, they've been marginalized. You have not taken care of them. So how are they Nigerians? To be a Nigerian, or you have to be invested in that country. What has the government done to to bring those kids in, to involve them in the running, in the ownership of the country. Nothing has been done for them. Nothing has been done. Has the government ever given them a penny or a 1 naira or one? No, nothing. They have gotten nothing from the federal government. And and the national cake is being shared by all those people who are in the top government. Come on now, they're not. So I'm not saying they're not Nigerian because they're not. I'm saying they're not. They have not been taught to have ownership of the country. So if you don't have ownership, then how are you invested in that country? How are you part of that country when you don't have ownership? When they have not invested in you, there's been no investment.
That, you know what, that's deep, but that's one way to explain it, because this doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense to me. So if you say that the country has not invested in them, they've not been taught self-pride, pride in the country, because people talk about, other countries, they fight for their countries. I mean, I do remember not too long ago, someone said something about Americans fighting for Americans. So that just goes to, buttress your point. Americans fight for Americans because America invests in Americans, right?
Yep.
So then why are the youth fighting?
So
why are they, if they feel, if they've not been invested in, they don't see themselves as part of the country, then why fight? Why protest?
You know what? Somebody, this was a WhatsApp, was it a video? It was a video that I saw on WhatsApp that kind of really explained it and kind of really made sense to me. Like he kind of broke it into two sets of youth. And I'm gonna paraphrase what he said. The first set of youth, the young people are the ones, who initially came out. They came, it was peaceful. They had objectives, they knew what they were doing. They were just out to make sure the government knew that they were not happy, right? And then the second set of youth were the ones that came out, and they were the ones that started destroying and looting and breaking into people's homes and stealing. Okay, so the first set of youths are probably educated. Okay, they probably went to college, or some form of education. So there has been some investment, not from the federal government, but maybe from their own parents. Okay, their parents are taking time to teach them, to bring them up, to teach them some value. But unfortunately, even with all of that education, they've not been able to be successful in Nigeria because there's no opportunity for them to be successful. So those ones, they have a sense of investment in the country because their parents have invested in them, right? But they are not successful because there's no opportunity for them to grow. That opportunity is not there. There's nothing. No jobs, nothing. Okay. Now the second set of youths that you are seeing are those that nobody has probably invested in them. They have not probably been educated. I'm saying probably, I'm not saying they all have not. They have not probably been educated. They probably don't have a home. They don't have children. They are not married. They don't have anything they can do. There's nothing for them to. They're just those ones that if I die now, I die. Whatever. It means nothing to me or to anybody. So they are the ones. The first set of youth are the ones that came out and they had a motive and they were going to be peaceful about it. But you see the second set of youth that came out, why are they fighting now? The first set of youth are fighting for opportunity. They want the country to be successful. They know what needs to be done. They know what the goals are. They know, how, because most of them are probably schooled abroad or have been to schools even within Nigeria that they've learned. They know what needs to be done to move the country along. They know. The second set are just, we don't tire. Make we die if we die. Let everybody perish. Let it burn. Let the nation burn down. We don't care. They don't care for us. They're not investing in us. We don't know. Let it burn. We are going to loot what we can. We're going to destroy what we can because that investment has not been there, either from the government or from the parents. Okay? So two sets of, so that's what they're fighting. One is fighting to build, to be able to bring it up. The other side are fighting for them, like, you know what? We don't tire. We're just going to get what we can. And if the nation burns in the process, let it burn. Let it burn.
Wow. You just hearing you say that, there's a truth in what you're saying. There really is. It's wow, very well put. Again, I'm just going to welcome those that are here to support, and I want to make mention of them. We've got Boega, we've got Pelumi. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Lifestyle Zone. Thank you, Stars Productions. Thank you, Nuella. Please feel free to ask questions. I have with me here Miss Uwa Ogagbon. And what do you think about what she said? There are two sets of youth. There are those who, hey, FB, thank you for coming. I appreciate you. Again, like she said, there are two sets of youth. Okay. And that makes sense. There are those who are hoping to build. And then there are those that are like, what, forget it. It didn't work. It's not working. Let's all go. Like she says, let it burn. So are you for or against? Which one? Do you believe, please let me hear what your thoughts are. Again, that's why we're here to talk about this whole situation in Nigeria. So the protest happened and it was I don't know, successful, not successful, I don't know. But I want to visit the Lekki thing. That touched me. That just made me break down. My mind, I'm thinking, seriously, a country that eats is young. So this is my thing. You have youth. You have, we call them youth, but this is a productive age because they're like, hey, you've hijacked this thing. You're hijacking it away from us. You've been doing this. Enough is enough. And what they're asking for is actually just basic needs, human needs. And then they turned on them. The Lekki thing, I want to know what's your thought on what happened at Lekki? Lekki Tollgate. What's your take on that?
Because I always believe it's all what happened there. So the young youths were protesting, they were doing it peacefully, they were having fun, but they were making their points, right? It was peaceful. Look, the government, the youth were, the world was standing with them. They knew that how you gonna stop people who are not being violent, people who are doing things peacefully and they are having fun while they are doing it? How are you gonna stop them? They had no reason to stop them. Okay. And I feel that when the kids who started destroying things and they send people out, that's all propaganda. And I think we talked about this before. See, that's what you do when you have riots or protests that are going on. You bring in, if you have no reason to stop because it's been peaceful, you go bring in, you create a reason why you should stop it. You go send people you send in the hoodlums to start breaking and breaking into stores and doing stuff. You bring in people who are going to cause confusion and disruption. And so the government now had a reason to send the soldiers in. And guess what? They could have used rubber bullets. They could have used water cannons. They could have used tear gas. They chose not to. Why do you think they started shooting? Because it was to send a message that we will kill all of you. And they thought that once they started shooting, people started dying, people are going to run and everybody will disappear. The intent was to kill a few first. Let them know we are serious. The intent was to kill a few will die. That's okay. Kill them, but let them know we are serious. And that's what it was, to send a message. And that message was clear, that we are going to kill you if you don't get out of the streets. So again, it's all propaganda. That's what you do to stop riots. You send in the hoodlums, make it seem as if they're the ones destroying things, and then you have a reason to bring in your army to start shooting at young kids.
Wow. I want to appreciate those that are coming in and their comments. And if you have questions, please do not hesitate, to ask questions. I want to welcome Esther Royal. Thank you so much for the support. Otalians Academy, thank you. I'm going to read what he wrote here. It says, the result of long-time neglect by the politicians.
Mm-hmm.
Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. That's Aristotle. Again, Mr. Bess Davis Show, thank you for your support. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, so do you think they succeeded? They sent people to shoot people and they did kill, because now we're going to get to that. But do Do you think they succeeded though in scaring the youth by the killing?
Well, I think the message was both ways, and I think both. I think the message was from the youth to the leaders. Because let me tell you, the leaders, like the person who just that quote you just read, you have to see when a nation that is not scared of its youth, you have not started. Because see, we are a nation of one.
That's a stupid nation. That's
Yeah,
a youth.
yeah.
They're playing with fire because
They're
the
playing
youth
with
is
fire.
the future.
Because they are talking about maybe 190,000. They say we are 190,000 million people in Nigeria right now. I mean, I don't know if that's true or not, but that's the latest census result that we have, right? Out of those, maybe half of them are youth, 40% youth, young people. So think about 40% of 190 million people standing against. They're not going to stand against all of Nigeria. They're going to stand against the leaders, right? And you think if they decide to go and they decide to rush all the government houses and all the Senate, and they say they don't care. We don't care if we die, right? How are you going to stop all those people? They are going to overrun you. They're going to overrun you at the point. Because how many are you? How many soldiers do you have? How many guns can they bring forward? So yeah. I think the youth have sent a message, and the message is that be scared of us. Because if you don't do what you're supposed to do, if you don't nurture, if you don't feed, if you don't teach, if you don't tell, you don't give us opportunity to be successful, to have our own lives the way you do, if you don't give us that opportunity, we are going to come after you. That message, I think, is clear now to the government, because I don't think the government is going to next year when they create a budget, they're not going to have a budget for youth empowerment or youth education. They're going to have it because now they know that these people, these kids, you better not joke with them, because once if they mobilize, and guess what? Technology age, they can mobilize anytime they want. They can come after you. So now they are scared because see whose homes they looted. Now you have to really be sure that you speak up for the youth. The message is clear.
Yeah.
But
And that
the
is so
other way,
true.
the message, but on the other way too, I think what the youth have realized that they too have to have a strategy, because the government is going to come up with all kind of propaganda to stop them. So would the government shoot at you? Yeah, they learned that lesson too. Unfortunately for those that died in media, so rest in peace.
Amen.
I think the message is clear both ways, but I think the youth really drove home their message. I'm so proud of those kids. I'm telling you, when I think about the young people and how they're able to do things that we didn't do, I'm like, I honestly, they impress me. But I think their message was clear. I think their message was loud and clear. You better be afraid. Be very, very afraid of the youth.
Thank you. That was well put. Again, you're on fire. The Really Leanne Show. Thank you. Thank you for the support. Thank you for coming. So there's something you mentioned I want to piggyback off, and you talked about oh my God, something about we didn't do it.
Yeah, we didn't do it.
We didn't. Because I don't know if it was you I was talking to or somebody else. What I did was I shared the country into three different segments. You have the older ones, you have the middle, which I believe we belong to, and then you have the youth. Okay. So Nigeria is 60 years old. For the last 60 years, youth have always been suppressed. And what they do is they leave the country. And that's happened, happened to those before us, happened to those with us. And now with the third segment is like, okay, you know what? Enough is enough. We're taking the country back.
Yeah.
We've rioted before. There's always been riots. But I think the difference in this, like you mentioned, and I do believe, is social media. It goes viral. Now the world is like it's a small bowl. It's like a global village. What is happening in Austria, we can all see it. Everyone let's just talk about the Lekki massacre. That's what they're calling it. And I do agree. To turn guns on those kids for standing up and saying, no, we don't want this. They turned off the lights. And so there was no cameras, the CCTV or what have you. But then you had people with their cell phones and they were able to record and stream live. And that went viral. People saw it. So even if you're trying to say it didn't happen, which is the next question I'm going to ask you. Now, I don't know if it's damage control. However, what the I don't know. Let's just say it's the government, because it's the government against the youth. What the other side against the youth, the government is saying now is that it was a lot of propaganda. People did not die. I've seen videos of people coming out saying they didn't die. I've seen, so did people die? Did people not die? What is going on? Social media has its uses. It also has negative, aspects to it. Did people die? What's your take? Do you believe people died?
You know what? We know that, look, people died, that's for sure. But we don't know how many. Whether it was one person or one child that died, that was just one too many. Nobody should have died in that protest. Even afterwards, like in other states, kids. Even I was talking to my mom today in Nigeria. She said that even when they were trying to raid the warehouses, the people still died in the process. So people are dying, whether they died in Lekki, whether they didn't die anywhere. Kids have died. Kids have died in standing up for their rights. Kids have died in standing up for a change in the nation. So whether it's one that died or whether it's 100 that died, it does not matter. Somebody's life has been lost in a struggle. That is their right. That in a struggle where they are trying to right what is wrong in the nation. Come on. It doesn't matter if there are 100 people. If it's even just one child that died is a child that should not have died. It wasn't necessary. Whether the soldiers. I mean, we know that they turned the guns on them. We know they did not have rubber bullets. So we know those guns. They said, they said they were aiming into the sky. Mm-hmm. Oh yes, but when you aim into the sky, look, some of them landed in the crowd, and people died.
And like you said, why use real ammunition?
Mm-hmm. Why?
They're not animals. These are people's children. You have your own children. You know what I mean? And that's the part that really bothers me. I think the ruling class, the government, is miles away from the citizens.
They're removed.
They're still removed from reality. Yeah. I mean, these are people who go on to eat lunch or dinner in a different country and fly back. In a country where people live in penury, people live below poverty line, people are struggling, people are hungry. You have people with private jets, they can get in and get out,
Yeah, but they have private jets on whose money?
That's the thing. And then people now dare to say, hey, look, it's not fair. Even if you want to chop, let it reach us, bros. I mean, you know what I mean? Because what they're asking for is not even, it's just basic needs. They're not asking for, they're asking for things that should have been there anyway. Yeah. So when it happened, let's use Lagos, because that was very much, I mean, it's spread now. It's spread. There's a momentum. It's been created. They went after public officials, looting, burning houses of the governor of Lagos State. They went after Tinubu. And they've also had people coming out now and saying, those are not the problem. Those people are fighting for the rights of the people. What? I don't know. What's your take? If it's not Tinubu, is the governor of Lagos State, is the governor is the governor of wherever. People are going after their homes. People are going after their what's your take on that? And I'm going to comment on it, but what's your take on?
You know what? That's what I'm sorry to say, that's exactly what should happen. That's exactly what they need to do. Because guess what? The people who run for public office, because we have this mentality in Nigeria that when you run for public office, for you to go and make money, for you go chop money. Well, now, guess what? When you're running for public office next time, you better be realize that your life is on the line. Because if you don't do what you're supposed to do, the youth are going to come after you. Okay, so don't go and think that now I'm the governor to chop money. You're a governor to work for the people. They put you there for a reason. They didn't put you there to go and chop money. So yes, they should. I'm sorry, but that's what should happen. They should loot. They should destroy their property. They should burn it. Take everything they can from their homes. Take it all. Take everything they have. Yeah, let them be running. Let them hide. Let them be hiding, please. Public servant, they're supposed to be there for your people, not there to come and chopping money. How do you, as a governor, have that? See, look at the homes. Yeah, please, they're not for the people, but they need to be for the people. I'm sorry.
You know what? I couldn't have put it better. You just said it because I paraphrased or I prefixed my question because I was like, the government, the ruling class is so removed from the citizens. So of course, when the citizens are angry, they're going to come after you. Okay. And when they come after you, they're going to start burning. You see those things that you show off with, the same bad roads you drive, those cars. I can tell you right now, I was talking to someone who's not Nigerian. I've talked to people that are not Nigerians. Nigerians always seem to have the latest cars. If there are two in the world, Nigeria has one or the two. You see what I'm saying? They have the latest everything in technology, especially in technology. We're talking technology as in cars, those things, cosmetic things. We're not talking technology to have electricity. No, no, not that. Or to have broadband. To have broadband in Nigeria. I mean, every country, a country as big as Nigeria doesn't have broadband. That's why you see their Wi-Fi is so epileptic. But anyway, having said that, you put it so nicely, because when you're so removed, guess what? And you go over those bad roads in those your new cars, you build a mansion, you have your jets, and they're going to come after you. So now with what has happened, next time when you're going for office, that guess what?
I better be there.
People, they're going to come after those things that you've acquired. People have like 20 cars, latest cars, cars that have not even come into the market, and you're rubbing it in the face of hungry people. Oh my God, give me a break. This is just wickedness. Abiyanuwa, I want to say thank you for coming. I appreciate you. I just thank you all. If you have questions, please throw it out there, type it up, and so that we can dissect it, because this is so sad. It was so sad. I was crying. I felt so bad. DJ Switch, by the way, the hero or the heroine that was broadcasting, there's actually, I met her. She's actually my friend's youngest sister. And oh my God, that scared me solid. Because at the point people were saying that, oh, maybe she died or something, or she was hurt. Well, she was hurt, but thankfully she didn't die. But my thing is, so another wicked thing came out of this. The palliatives. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's one thing to say people are mean, people are bad. All over the country, we're seeing warehouses where food, oh my God, food and other basic amenities were stored, things to be given to the people.
They never gave it.
Back on it all over the world, in the US, in Europe, in Asia. When this COVID lockdown thing happened, the government sent palliatives, to alleviate people's pain.
Yes.
Food, they give them money, stimulus, they help small businesses, because again, they all felt like, look, that is what a country does for its citizens. Your citizens vote you in to take care of them. Please. Okay, let me calm down. Please tell me what your take is on this palliative, why I'm getting my pressure down. What is
you said
houses everywhere. Let me calm down.
Yeah, you said it's wickedness. I'm going to add another one to it, and this is from one of the. There's one of this. I think he's a priest. It's a Catholic priest that that talks. It's not only wickedness; it's witchcraft. Okay, it is. It is witchcraft when people are suffering from food. I mean, some people are hunger.
People are dying from hunger.
People are dying of hunger, and then you have food and you don't give to people. That's witchcraft. It is. It's apart from wickedness. It is. Honestly. So those leaders, witches and wizards, I'm sorry.
Also.
All of them are, honestly. It's past wickedness. That's cruel. That's I mean that was I don't even have words to kind of qualify what they did.
I
Really,
can't believe what is going on.
I mean, do you know that? Do you know that for us? Let me start. My it was so bad that my sisters my sister used to call me at that time when things were so bad. People in the streets, like she said, oh, there's a street of people that where she know that they don't have food. We were sending money from here locally, like my family. It's okay, our old street in Benin. Let's go and distribute food. I were to distribute food because these people were so hungry. People, and it's not. I know people in the US who were sending money to
Yes,
people
I
in the
know. I
street.
did too.
Yes, thank you.
People
You
were,
did.
joining. Oh,
Yes. And then they had food, and you're going to watch your people die from hunger. You're going to watch your people die. Really?
it's witchcraft. You're
It's
right.
witchcraft.
That is not. That is not
Witchcraft.
a small something.
No, it's not small something. As then they are all witches.
Best David.
Honestly,
Best
no.
David Show says, I totally agree with Tua. That is total witchcraft. No, seriously. How do you explain that?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't have the words to explain it.
Yep.
All over the country now,
Yep.
people are breaking into it. And do you see the masses of people suddenly growing superhuman strength to carry bags of food? Because let me understand this. This is the thing, though. I know we're laughing because we're saying the whole witchcraft thing because it's actually true, but you have children. You mean you want parents to watch their children starve, but you feed your own children, though.
Yeah.
So let me understand what is the what, because now they're coming up telling us. I read some things today. They said something like the I don't know what state governor, because they all should really shut up now.
Shut up, yeah.
They really should, keep quiet. But some of them are coming out because I think they're trying to do damage control. I think they're going about it the wrong way. They're saying, one of them came out and said, oh, be careful, the food. I think it was in Kaduna also. I don't even know where. I don't care. Be careful, don't eat the food, don't take the drugs, don't take the medicine. They've all been chemically treated. They're not good for human consumption.
Yeah, right.
Really? You have thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of those things, and they're chemically treated for what?
For what? Why? So who can? Why? Are you trying to kill your population? I mean, why are they chemically treated? I mean,
why are they chemically treated?
Yes.
And why are you storing them? I don't understand it. I mean, damage control, what they should be doing now, if there's going to be any kind of damage control, is just kneel down, and just pray and hold hands and beg for forgiveness. No, seriously.
Yes.
You've got to do that. You have got to do that. There is no shame in the game now. You've been caught.
They should ask for forgiveness.
Yes, you've been caught with your pants down. You have been exposed. It means people that voted you in and trusted you with their well-being and their welfare of not only them and their children have found out now that you're the one killing them silently.
Yeah. Oh, they've known that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like that thing in the Bible where they say the enemy, the household enemy, your enemy is in the house or something. It's like someone you believe, someone you've invited into your space is actually the one killing you. Now they gave you that stewardship. Like, you know what, fight for us, protect us, be with us, only to find out that you're the one actually killing them.
But so that's what's wrong with Nigerian politics. Because they don't think that when they put them there, they think it's for them, for their own good. Oh, thank God, as Father, thank you for blessing me and my family. I've now been elected an official. I've been given a position. It's for them. It's for their own well-being. It's not for the well-being of any other person in the country. That's selfish, wicked. They are witches and they're wizards for doing that. Because really, I mean, they don't have nobody. Look, there are only a few politicians that run in Nigeria for the welfare of the country. People run for their own, for their own welfare, to create wealth for their families and their generations to come. They don't want to create wealth for their own generation. They want to create wealth for the next 100 generation. Because how do you steal $1 billion that we don't have in Nigeria, $1 billion, and you have it on account somewhere abroad? You have 1.2. Some have 10. Some people have 10 billion. Really, even when they're talking about the wealthy people in America, they're talking millions. How many of them have billions? Very few. And then you, as a Nigerian politician that have done nothing, you've been giving money to help build your country, and you take it for your generation, for the next 100 generation, because really.
I have Bess Davis show and Boyega Richard. They said Bess said, and one idiot, listen to this, came out to say that he was going to distribute the palliative on his birthday. I don't even, he said, those that the God wants to kill. Let's make mad. That's got to be on his birthday. Boyega said, yeah, the same thing, plan to distribute the palliative on his birthday.
Really?
I don't understand. Is he insane? I mean, again, there's a book those that the gods want to make, to kill, first make mad, right? Because I don't even understand that. That doesn't even make sense to me. On his birthday, as in like.
See, that's why I'm saying that we have not trained our. They take it as a personal, their account
on his birthday.
Yeah, on his birthday.
What gives him that right? What makes him more important or gives him more right than the other Nigerians?
No, because
birthday.
Yeah, because
so people should start and die first. Then on his birthday, we'll come and celebrate something from the government.
Yeah, no, because it belongs to government. No, it belongs to him.
Government. I'm talking federal government.
No, but who? But who? So it belongs to him. Let me tell you,
and so he's not even afraid to even say it now.
Yeah, they're not afraid.
Like you said, they have to start going. It might seem like we're being mean, but the truth of the matter is,
that's what
sometimes you have to go down to come up.
Yeah,
these people have not been held accountable for anything. I mean, for someone to come on now, for someone to say he held on to the palliatives and waiting for his birthday to get. I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't understand.
Can you explain that, please? No, in which world? In which world
is that? That do people do human beings say that?
Again, is a problem. See, I think Nigerian politicians, I don't. First of all, though, I mean, it's a solution. Look, all of we should not allow anybody who has served in Nigeria in the last 60 years really should not be allowed to serve again in Nigeria ever again. That's my take. All of them should be banned from ever vying for any public office, because they've proven to be inefficient, to be selfish, to be so selfish that you are going to allow a population of people die, and you're not going to have any guilty conscience about it. Really, we need to really give that opportunity for the young people to come up and for them to start leading.
Okay. Yeah. I think somebody agrees with you. Bess Davis is like Jay Rollins type of cleansing needs to happen in Nigeria.
Honestly,
it might just be that's what we need.
Unfortunately, because see, when it happened in Ghana, and I know we've talked about this before, when it happened in Ghana, it was in the 80s, that was when we had coups happening up and down, at the coast of West Africa and everywhere else in Africa. Now I think personally that now if it happens at this time now, if anybody does that, the whole world will cry out against that nation, for kind of executing, everybody. I don't know if we can do that, but the other ways we can achieve the same purpose is by creating laws, put it in the books. You are not allowed to. If you have ruled in the last, if you have ruled in this certain time, you are never allowed again to vie for any public office. You should allow the young people come up. We should put it.
But you don't think we have that already in the Constitution?
No, I don't think so. Well,
they can always amend the Constitution. They can always add to it. The thing is, like you said, I think you said they should tear it all up and rewrite it.
Right.
But you have to have those checks and balances. Boyega is referring to the guy who came out on his. I don't even know how that one is. He said they have weaponized poverty. He wanted this guy who's coming out, this idiot, this witch, this warlock, because it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, how somebody says I was going to use the federal government palliatives to celebrate my birthday. How dare you? How dare you? So this is what Boyega says, that they have weaponized poverty. He wanted to be celebrated on his birthday by giving to the people what outrightly belonged to them. Yes. That all he would give them. This is my thing, though. I think that I think that sometimes some of the causes of the land is starting to catch up because that guy rightly, I don't think it's normal. You don't come out and say things like that. I think the causes of those that he has cheated and maybe killed, I don't know who this person is starting because to me that's not
No, but what I meant there, it does not. You know what the problem is? Our problem is that we when we vote in people that are illiterate, that they don't, and that look, people. Somebody he went to his village and gave people money, and some I don't know how he became governor. How do you I mean, we're having the same problem right now in America. You know, let's be true. Let's be factual. You're voting people that have no intelligence. Okay, people that are not educated, they don't know what they don't know what you ask them, okay, what are your goals and your visions and your what is your vision? They can't articulate it. You're putting see a nation, somebody said it very well, and I believe it, a nation is as dull as its leadership. You have people who are high school dropouts, people who don't even know what it is, what they're not right in the technology age, and they don't know anything about technology. And then, okay, even you yourself, you don't know, and you surround yourself with people who are very intelligent. You have all these young people around you who are like their brain, they will say, those who say their brain is on fire, to advise you. At least you don't know. You surround yourself with people that can advise you. No, they don't do that. They bring their relatives, the one that didn't go to school, the one, and put them all around them, and they have the same knowledge in terms of, no intelligence. How are you going to rule? So see that person who's talking now. He's stupid. He's stupid.
Stupid is the word. Again, Best says, unfortunately, it's the same people who make the laws that break them too. So this brings me to this. People talk about the youth coming into politics, and we really should encourage them. We really should. But my thing is, who are the role models of the youth, though?
I know that's where we have as a country, we've really failed, in educating our young people. We have failed. We really failed. But somehow though, and I always say this, but I have so much faith in these young people. And I don't know if maybe it's the technology. So even though they don't, they don't know, they read or things from other country. They are on Twitter, they are Instagram. They see what's happening in other nations. They have a sense. I don't know how God bless them, but they have a sense of good and right. If good versus evil, right versus wrong. They're so grounded in that. They are. And because I have my kids are
young adults.
Yeah, they're young adults too. So, and I have them, they are really, really opinionated. Let me tell you, they are so grounded in that. You cannot shake them. So I think that, yes, they may not have, yes, we may not have trained them right. We haven't invested in their futures. We haven't done what we need to do. But I think that that generation in particular, I feel that they will get it right. I feel they will do the right thing. I feel that they're going to look at other nations. They're going to look at how it's done elsewhere, and they're going to do the right thing. I still believe in them. I do. I 100% believe in them.
Okay, so we're winding down. Last word. Do you think Nigeria should, because I'm going to ask this. I ask people all the time. I'm going to ask you. Do you think Nigeria stands a chance to be one, or they should just scatter and go their way and whatever? Do you think Nigeria should burn? What do you think? Nigeria, where's the way forward? Do you think as one Nigeria or as broken up into different factions?
You know what? That's such a hard question, and really right now my emotion is let it burn, let it rip, let's rip it to pieces. But at the same time, that we could, because I was reading, and I've forgotten where I read this. This was a while back. Somebody was telling me about how when Nigeria was first created as a federal republic of Nigeria, each region was operating autonomously. Operating on their own, right? So the Western, the Northern, the Eastern, right? And then everybody was kind of just giving something to the federal government, right? I think that again, like a united Nigeria, right?
Yeah,
United,
like you have in the United States.
yeah,
You
yeah,
do have
yeah,
every state has autonomy,
yeah, autonomy, yeah.
and then
I think
everything,
that
there's
will work.
something the federal government should do,
Yeah,
there's
I
something
think,
states should do, e.g. the police department.
yeah,
Every
yep.
state should have theirs.
Yep, I think I think if you allow, because whether we like it or not, we look, we are tribal and we have ethnic division, we have all kinds of things. Yes, we can be one Nigeria, but we can be one Nigeria on a national level, but within the states and the regions, allow people, let them use their resources and let them, because when they own it, they will use it to better their own regions, right?
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
let's give them, let's be separate, but separate or united. That would work.
Nice. Maybe that would work. Again, thank you so much, Anita. It's always nice talking to you, Uwa.
You
I know some
too.
of you wonder how Uwa Anita is both her name. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
not
both my
confused.
name.
I'm not confused, people. Okay.
I know. America, don't make us change our name. Make our bets.
Okay. Best is saying he thinks Nigeria should separate into three. There are language, ethnic, and tribal barriers. And that is so true. But like what Uwa said, maybe we should try this before the final breakdown, before the final breakaway.
Yeah.
Maybe what we should try is again have some kind of autonomy. The
Yeah.
states should have their own power.
Yeah.
The states should be able to raise their own revenue. The state should be able, and then you put it back in there. And then again, you know what? Before I go, my own last word is, you see, like Anita was said, if you like, the next election, I'm going to speak PG. Go there with the mind of chopping. They will come after you.
Yeah,
You see those
come
cars, they will burn them. Your houses, they will burn them. They don't stop there. They go after your parents' house too. They will burn them. Children, be careful. You know why? Because those countries your children are in, and guess what? Nigerians are there too. They will ferret out your children. I'm just saying, I'm not being mean, I'm not being evil. I'm
Yeah.
just stating facts. You have nowhere to run. You cannot make money off of people's blood and sweat and think you're going to feed fat of it. No, it's not. People will come after you. They will come after you. If not today, if not tomorrow, sometime in the future. So again, a word is enough for the wise. You're running for office. The reason why you are there is to take care of your constituents, to protect them.
Yeah.
You don't chop money and then you buy the latest cars, you drive past them while they're begging on the road. You're traveling in and did you see even in the palliative thing, the soldiers have joined? They're carrying food to
Yes.
the police. Why? Because
They are hungry.
They are hungry. So guess what? Like I mentioned earlier in the show I was in today, if you like, you see dog or goat, your pet, if you don't feed your pet,
They will come at
your pet will turn against you and attack you. And that's where we are right now. So again, thank you all so much for all the support. Please make sure you don't leave this channel without subscribing. Okay, give the channel a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button there, and make sure you hit the notification bell so that every time I come up with wonderful guests like Uwa, you're the first to know. Thank you so much, Uwa. You're such. Who knew you could talk like this? So fired up, girl. Okay.
No, Nigeria will fire your.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Thank you all. Thank you, Bess, Boyega. Thank you for all my wonderful guests that were, being here. Abiyawa, Otalians, The Real Lillian Show. I'm just reading through them. If I forget your name, please do not be upset. Esther Royal, FB, Farida, how are you? I know that's you. Nuella. I've got Lifestyle Zone. I've also got Pelumi Adebola. Thank you all so much. Again, for any of those that I have missed, Stars Productions, thank you for the support. Thank you for coming on. And please keep coming back. And until I come your way again, please be safe. Be kind. It doesn't cost you anything to be kind. Be kind, and remain blessed. Thank you, sis. Bye.
Bye. Bye.